David Toborowski and Annie Suwon from 90 Day Fiancé have started a new life in Thailand, suggesting that they might not return to the United States. The couple first met at a bar in Thailand and quickly fell in love. After a few days of dating, they decided to enter into a committed relationship and eventually got married. They were featured in 90 Day Fiancé Season 5, where they shared the challenges in their relationship and their journey through the K-1 visa process. David and Annie's storyline concluded with their marriage in the season. Over the years, David and Annie have become one of the most iconic couples of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. They have appeared in various spin-offs and have maintained a high public profile. Additionally, they purchased a house in Arizona and began a clothing business. In 2024, David and Annie opted for in vitro fertilization, IVF, which helped them conceive their first baby. They announced their pregnancy in June 2024 and, shortly after, moved to Thailand. In March 2025, David and Annie welcomed their baby, Minthira. They shared the exciting news on Instagram, introducing their daughter to their fans. There are several reasons why David and Annie may not return to the United States anytime soon, but the most notable is that David proudly embraces his life as an expat. In May 2025, David shared an Instagram reel showing himself, Annie, and their newborn daughter, Minthira, enjoying a day out at Bangsaray Beach. He used the post to discuss his life and express his love for Thailand. David wrote, "We went to the beach with Minthira to have lunch. What a great afternoon." He also mentioned that he was living his life as an expat. David not only used the word expat in the caption but also included it as a hashtag. He added hashtags like #Davadandani, #Thailand, #expatlife to convey that he has indeed become an expatriate. An expat is a shortened form of expatriate, referring to a person who resides outside their country of origin. David left the United States in 2024 and has been in Thailand for over 6 months. During this time, he sold one of his condos. David has truly embraced the expat lifestyle, and it may not be surprising to see him pursue immigration in the future. David and Annie don't seem to have any immediate goals in the United States. However, they have a few new passions they want to explore in Thailand, which they have already begun working on. In May 2025, David revealed that Annie wants to become a farmer in her home country. While he didn't provide many specifics, he shared photos and videos of her cutting grass and embracing her new role as a mother, showcasing her enthusiasm for pursuing a career in agriculture. David also assisted Annie with improving their front yard. David shared an AI-generated photo of himself, Annie, and their daughter sitting on a water buffalo. In the post, he gave fans a glimpse of his future in Thailand, writing, "This is what AI said I would look like if we moved to Annie's village and had a farm." He mentioned that farm life may not be his preference, but he humorously noted that he would do it if Annie requested. David also shared an AI-generated photo of their daughter on a farm, captioned, "Minthira at her rice farm." David and Annie have several reasons to stay in Thailand, but their family's complicated visa situation may be the most important. A few years ago, David and Annie attempted to help Annie's brother, Jordan, obtain a U.S. visa. Despite their efforts, Jordan was unable to make it to the United States. Annie later revealed that her ultimate goal was to bring her mother to Arizona for her support. Unfortunately, it will be a lengthy process for Annie's mother to obtain her U.S. visa, which will prevent Annie from returning to her home in Arizona until then. Annie's life in America wouldn't be complete without her family. Therefore, it makes sense for her to be in Thailand, living a comfortable life surrounded by her loved ones. Annie may eventually return to Fountain Hills, Arizona, one day. However, she doesn't have any compelling reason to go back yet, so she plans to stay in Thailand for as long as possible. David would also stay in Thailand with Annie and might only make short trips to the United States to tend to personal and business matters, as he had done in the past. It's safe to assume that Annie and David's priorities have shifted with the birth of their daughter. A few years ago, they lived a peaceful life in Arizona, with no children, and more focused on appearing on reality TV. However, their perspective changed in 2023 after witnessing the birth of Annie's nephew. They set new goals and decided to start their own family. They also left their home in Arizona and haven't returned. Now, David and Annie are more focused on living a tranquil life, farming, and raising their daughter. Annie and David's new lives are focused on building a future with their child. It appears that they aren't interested in maintaining their previous lifestyle in America. They no longer seem to be trying to be a part of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The couple is prioritizing building a happy family away from the hustle and bustle of city life. They believe that their baby can benefit greatly from growing up in Thailand, Annie and David are embarking on a new chapter in their lives and keeping 90 Day Fiancé fans updated through social media.